And so you got a hold of the gun, you saw it, you're like, that looks like a fun gun.
Over here, first time filming off location, so I've got all my stuff thrown into the car. Anyways, it'll be an interesting day. It's really windy. Hopefully the wind dies down when we actually go and shoot. Should be fun.
Okay, so here we are. Welcome to Rugged Tactical, where every trigger pull tells a story and responsible gun ownership is a way of life. Here, Matt has very graciously invited me into his home to be able to share with me something that he has that, honestly, when he first pulled it out, I've never seen a gun like this, so I'm quite curious as to what it is. I don't know what caliber it is. Obviously, it's a lever action. And but before we dive into Matt and his gun, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
So I'm Matt Miller. I don't know, relating to guns, I guess. Most of my experience is in the military. I was in the Army for close to 12 years. I deployed to Iraq in 05, 06. There's nothing like machine guns. I wish we could show you one of those, but fortunately not. And that's pretty much it.
First and foremost, Matt, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. I am somebody that I've never been in the military, but I do have a great, profound appreciation for not just our service members, but also the professional fields, right?
Yeah.
Our doctors and nurses and EMTs, the people that first responders, emergency responders, and then obviously our military personnel.
Yeah.
I'm extremely grateful for the work that they do. So if you were to rate yourself with regards to guns and just kind of overall gun handling, knowledge about guns, where would you rate yourself between 1 and 10?
Maybe I'm being a little cocky, but I'd say 8.
Okay.
But I've seen some. My father-in-law is probably a 12.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody handle a handgun as well as he does, because he trains people, so I've been to his trainings. But yeah, so I might be a little optimistic saying 8, but I'm gonna say 8.
I think somebody that's been in the military and that has had practice on hands training, etc. Your training with guns is probably much greater than mine, meaning I have handled guns recreationally. I go hunting. I grew up with guns, but I've never had direct training.
Oh, that's my father-in-law thinks, but yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he thinks. And where he's a 12, he's just off the charts. Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And there are definitely people that are off the charts. It can be a little bit intimidating when you see somebody that's off the charts like a 12, and they're just manipulating the gun and handling it and just... It's just amazing. It's a work of art, almost, in a way.
Well, right? It's like he's just not flagging anybody, and it's so easy to flag somebody with a handgun. And like in his training, I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah. So there's always opportunity for growth and learning. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything else that you'd like our viewers to know about you personally with regards to your gun experience?
So after I got back from Iraq, I went on a mission, and then when I got back in the Army, I was in a weapons training unit, and that was really cool because my job in the Army was supply. So basically, the only weapons I handled was some machine guns and M16, M4. Well, not really even M4 because we were supplied, so we just had M16s. But, and the machine guns, obviously.
When you say a machine gun, what do you mean by machine gun?
So like, my favorite weapon system is a 249, which is the same caliber as an M16, like 5.56. And, it's just, the saw M249. And then, then there's a 240, and that's like a larger saw. It's caliber... I'm gonna mess this caliber up, but it's basically like 7.62, and then there's the 50 cal and like the, boom, 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 boom,
big
ones, yeah. And then an automatic grenade launcher, but mine never got mine to work.
You never got your grenade launcher to work?
No, and I actually had the 240 for like 2 months in Iraq, and I never got to shoot it. So like I had a saw and a 240 at the same time. So like when we were going inside from convoys, like I'd have a 240 on one side and my saw on the other side. So I looked pretty, I looked cool. Yeah. So in that unit, I got to use like all the weapons because it was a training training unit. So we would go to different units and train them at the range and how to become better shooters, like better than what you get at basic training and stuff. So that was really cool because we got to use the like handguns, the Berettas that they use. They use something else now, and then just the other the other weapon system.
Obviously, we have a gun sitting before us, so I've never seen a gun like this before. I see it says "Made in Brazil." Go ahead and introduce us to your gun.
So this is a Rossi Ranch Hand. Okay, so this Ranch Hand is like, it's a cowboy gun. It's a novelty gun.
Okay.
It comes in a couple calibers. It comes in a 45 caliber and also 357 and like mine is a 357 and I shoot 38 special through it because the rounds are a little cheaper.
Yeah.
This gun is not accurate at all. I don't think. Preparing for this, I actually was watching videos, and this one guy put a full-size stock on it and a freaking red dot sight on it. And I'm like, I could probably help, but it's a cowboy gun, and I want, like, ever since I got this gun, I've planned on like having a hip holster for it, which I don't have yet. But that's pretty much it. I mean, other names like a mare's leg, technical term is a ranch hand. And what's interesting about this, I mean, it looks like a little rifle, right?
Yeah.
But it's considered a handgun because that's how it's sold.
Okay, perfect. That's actually what I was going to ask you. It looked small enough to where it is a handgun, right? But it does have the essence of a rifle.
Yeah, I think that's a legality thing with the size of, I don't know if it's the size of the barrel or what, but yeah, it has to be sold as a handgun.
Yeah, okay. Very good. So we got ourselves a handgun here. 357.
Yep.
And you shoot 38.
I just use it as a plinker, man. So
yeah.
Because it's not. I mean, you could definitely use it as a home defense weapon, but a magazine is a whole lot easier to load than one at a time. But
so looking at the gun here,
that's where you load it. Mm-hmm.
So this is where you load it from here. Can we shoot this gun?
Yeah, we're gonna go shoot it. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go shoot it. So obviously you load them here. Pull them up like that, and then with a lever, it's just shells one out, shells one in.
It ejects it out the top.
So you had indicated that you use this for plinking. In general, when I hear about plinking, I think of like 22 rounds.
Yeah.
So the 38...
That's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. The 38, are they fairly affordable then, the rounds here? Or is it still kind of...
The box I bought, like I only bought one box, it was like $30.
Okay.
So it wasn't, I mean, I remember it being worse before.
Yeah, there was definitely a time where you couldn't find ammo, right?
Yeah.
We kind of all remember that experience, and the fact that when I started getting back into shooting, the fact that I saw ammo on the shelf was really awesome.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I want to pause the video for just a moment to talk about the difference between a 38 Special and a 357. Both the 38 Special and 357, the bullets actually have the same diameter. But the difference is the casing in the 38 Special is actually smaller or shorter than the casing in the 357. Because the 357 has a longer cartridge than the 38, it typically has higher velocities and more power. Because the 38 has a shorter cartridge, you can actually shoot it in a gun that takes a 357. Whereas you can't shoot a 357 cartridge in a gun that only takes 38. The velocity of a 38 ranges from about 700 feet per second to about 1100 feet per second. One of the reasons that 38 makes such a great plinking gun is because of the lower velocities and less kick. The 357 velocities average from 1200 to about 2200 feet per second. Another quick bit of information, typically with the 38 Special and 357, on the casing on the end, it'll actually be crimped. Now this kind of helps on guns, especially with the gun that we're talking about today, where it has like a tube feed, where you have bullets that are stacking on each other like this. That way, if you have a slight crimp on the end and you have the bullet, as the gun has recoil and as you push the bullets in upon each other, it's going to help keep that bullet seated where it needs to be. And so you'll have a little bit of crimping on the edge.
how did you find out about this gun?
I don't know. I think I was, what was it, like Utah gun sales or something, like a long time ago. Like I was on there looking. I'm like, oh, that thing looks cool. It was a decent price. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't too much. And I got permission from the wife and went and got it.
And so you got a hold of the gun, you saw it, you're like, that looks like
cool.
a fun
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah. I mean, because I'd go shooting with my uncle when I was a kid all the time, and he had cowboy guns. So I don't know. It was just kind of cool. It wasn't really on my list. Like top of my list is still a Tommy gun. I think that'd be sick to have. And a 249, like the machine gun I used in Iraq. I love that weapon.
Well, one of the guns that I've always kind of considered or thought about was like a 30-30 that you load just like that,
Yeah,
little
30-30s
lever.
are fun. Yeah.
And this essentially, although it's a handgun, would in a way give you that kind of feel of being like.
And so one of my uncle's guns, and I actually have one, but it doesn't eject properly. There's a problem with the ejection. It's a 22 pump action, and that gun is a lot of fun to shoot because pump actions are fun, and it's a 22, so you're like, like super quick.
Yeah.
So that's the same idea with the lever action. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if I change the sights, this might be a little more fun, accurate to shoot, but we'll see what happens.
Do you know, so you had indicated that it's not very accurate at all. Do you know if that's kind of like a manufacturing thing specific to this gun? Because I know some guns just aren't accurate, right? Like the rifling's the way they're designed, or is it...
I think it's just you don't have a steady position really, because like this isn't... I don't think this is a gun that you should sit down and fire. I mean, you should be standing up with this, but it's
you're
without a full size stock. Like you just don't have that steady position when you're shooting it. And these sights, I don't know how to use them really, because it's just I'm not used to these sights, and they're weird.
Little iron sights.
Yeah, I mean, like the iron sights I'm used to, like I put this on the top of here, but this is it's just kind of different.
Okay.
So it's probably a me thing.
And so I envision something like this potentially taking out maybe like some silhouettes, some gongs, and just taking around, bam, 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 and hitting the gongs. Versus, talking with Chris, you could check out his video here where he has a precision rifle, a little 22 precision rifle. You're locked in, and you're taking your time, you're taking your breath, you're squeezing the trigger. This bad boy, you're not. There's none of that. You're putting some lead down range. And you're trying to hit those gongs, the little silhouettes, and you're just having fun with it, right? You're just opening it up.
That's how I see it. Yeah, for sure. It's just a fun gun, like a novelty thing.
Out of your collection, is this your favorite gun?
No, it is a fun gun, and it's cool. I love wood, the wood grain. I don't know. It's just it's a good looking, fun gun.
I'm gonna switch gears on you a little bit here, Matt. So this is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, especially with starting up the channel.
Yeah.
And that's the words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And so when it comes to gun ownership, what do those three words or phrases mean to you? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Probably freedom, man. Like that's first word that comes to my mind is definitely freedom, because we need guns. We need guns to protect ourselves and our rights and liberties that continually get taken away from us, or we give away, honestly. Like we give away our privacy, we give away control, and if past years of experience show anything, like it's pretty crazy what the government can do to shut this country down and kind of make us rely on them more. So I think the more we can rely on ourselves and each other more than the government is important. Not to be all doomsday on you, but we got to be able to take care of ourselves. We can't trust somebody else to take care of ourselves and our families and our rights and privileges.
Very good. I agree with you a lot. When it comes down to life, first and foremost, in my mind, guns are a source of protection, right? Meaning if somebody was to come into your property or whatever, being able to defend yourself and your home and your family, I think is critical and important for any person, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
right? To be able to protect yourself.
It's a tool.
It is a tool.
I like tools. I like
Yeah.
fixing and working on things. That's what it is. It should be a tool.
And with all tools comes a need for knowledge and experience, because
definitely.
any tool, one of the most dangerous tools out there, in my opinion, is the means by which I got here.
Yeah, that is true.
A vehicle is a tool, and it's one of the most dangerous tools out there. Like, a lot of people have fears about guns, and there's people who fear cars as well.
Yeah.
And so, but as a tool, if you know how to use it properly, it can be useful, and it can be quite enjoyable.
Yes.
I enjoyed my ride down here.
Yeah. It's a good drive. Yeah.
In one of the most dangerous tools in the whole world.
It's just so common. Like, everyone's used to a vehicle.
Yeah.
And they all have experience with it, so it doesn't really enter their mind necessarily that it's a very dangerous thing, or can be. Yeah.
A huge part of Rugged Tactical is community connection and mental health. In our safety briefing, we talk about the importance of, when a person is struggling mentally, to have a trusted person hold their guns for a period of time. I just want to share a website with you that was created by an amazing person who I esteem very highly. She is an absolutely incredible musician. She also is a person of great faith. In conjunction with her faith, she created a website that contains amazing stories of life's struggles and challenges, coupled with hope, faith, and charity. You can check her website out at sharelift.org. Now, I don't know if Matt knows my friend, but I do know they have one thing in common, and that is Jesus. So when Matt invited me into his home, I was awed and amazed at the picture of Jesus in his kitchen. I also absolutely loved the statue of Jesus and the messages that are found in the background. I normally would zoom in or crop my videos in a much different way, but I couldn't help but keep the video more zoomed out because of the beautiful backdrop. I hope you take the time to read my dear friend's messages about life and how Jesus has impacted her personally. Again, you can read her stories at sharelift.org.
Guns may not be as common to the general public, and that's a good part of this YouTube channel, is to create exposure, knowledge, understanding of this very unique and interesting tool. Now, obviously, this is a tool meant to kill, right? It was designed for that purpose, but that's not the only purpose that it has. This tool can be used in certain situations where that may be the end result, if you're protecting life and family and property, right? So life, liberty. So I think you touched a little bit on as far as liberty goes. We understand that not all governments are equal, and there are people in powers and positions that might have a different agenda, and because of those agendas, it is important to be able to maintain those liberties.
Yeah.
And some of that maintenance comes with the abilities and the tools necessary to maintain them, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And obviously the last one, happiness. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I don't know about you, but when I go and shoot guns like this, it gives me a little twinkle in the eye, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go have some fun, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully the weather's good. We've had a lot of wind. There's nothing like wind to kind of damper a day a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be fun, especially recording.
Yeah, but I truly enjoy shooting guns. And that's part of the aspect of guns, right? Is the element of just getting outdoors and doing something different. And it's definitely a hobby, a pastime, a passion. There's a lot involved with regards to gun ownership and the ability to go and shoot. So this is not your favorite gun. What's the probably most favorite gun that you've used or that you've shot? I'm gathering it's the...
I'm guessing you're gonna say the
machine gun.
Right? Yeah.
The machine gun. So gathering on what you said, your most favorite gun was machine gun, right?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The saw is more reliable than my M16. Like, that thing could be so dirty and it would still shoot. I don't know. And it's just not as big as the 240 or the 50 cal. It's just, I don't know.
It's just kind of the sweet spot, right?
To me it is. To me it is, yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
How many rounds, like with machine gun, do you have... So I'm not very familiar with it. Do you have like a box of ammo and it just runs through it?
So
how does that work?
So the saw has a drum, or it has 100 round. So it was actually like a cloth thing that you'd zip up. So that would have 100 rounds, and that's what you'd carry around because it was considered a personal, or not a personal weapon, but an assigned weapon. Okay. So that's what you would carry around, where other machine guns would be locked up in the armory.
Okay.
So they'd have that to carry around, and then like on missions, on convoys, we'd have 200 round drums that we'd put on, that would clip on. You can also shoulder fire with that as well.
Was it a heavy gun? Like, can you carry it around like an M16?
Man, I'm gonna get kicked for this, but I think it's like 30 pounds. I think the weapon system's for 30 pounds.
So that's pretty hefty then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I might be wrong. But it's heavier than an M16, I'll tell you that, and it's a lot more uncomfortable to carry around on your back. But I mean, honestly, like, I don't own this gun, but a gun that really makes me smile, and hopefully maybe I can borrow it from somebody I know and we could do another one. But it's a Sega machine gun. Have you ever heard of these?
I haven't heard of it.
So it's like an AK-47, but with 12 gauge shotgun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, semi-automatic, and that's freaking cool. We got Kobe. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get that because that would be fun to shoot. That's definitely one on my list still. I mean, my list got a lot smaller, but yeah. That's fun. That's a really fun gun. That's probably top of my list right now, since it'd be easier to get than you can get a Tommy gun that's semi-auto, but it's just, I want gangster style.
Like a full auto?
Yeah.
Different states, there's different laws and regulations. Always check your laws and regulations, right? With regards to full autos, I would assume there's certain legalities behind that.
Yeah, it's like a level 3 license or something. I'd have to look into it again, but there's licensing for it that you have to get. Yeah, you can get it. Yeah, but the last 249 I saw that you could buy, it was expensive. Like shooting in the dark here, maybe 30,000-40,000.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
you're purchasing a car almost.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, some guys have guns that are worth that much, but I might be wrong on the price last time I saw one, but it's expensive. So. And you can go through a lot of rounds really fast.
Yeah, so. And that's another part of shooting, right? Yeah. Is taking into consideration how much it costs you to shoot that gun, right?
Yeah, because I went to Impact and shot an Uzi, which is the closest thing to a machine gun I've shot since the military. And I blew through $50 ammo or more really quick. Yeah, but it was fun.
Well, and honestly, that's where a lot of times where these types of guns come in, where definitely. You're just going out and you're having fun with it, right?
Yeah, I don't want to take my kids shooting an Uzi or anything, but this feel a lot safer, Yeah. Or a rifle.
So Rossi, right? And it's by Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus bought Rossi.
How do you typically shoot this gun? Do you pull it up like this, or do you kind of hold it out, or does it just vary on what you're
honestly,
doing?
I do both because I'm okay, I want to be up here because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
To make it accurate and have a steady position, but I don't know. We might try from the hip. Miller's Bro Time was my YouTube channel. If you want to go check it out, there's a bunch of dumb stuff me and my brother do, and then a lot of Filipino food.
Filipino food.
Yeah.
If you're interested in Filipino food, go check it out. And it's
Miller's Bro Time.
Miller's Bro Time.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think we should go shoot this gun.
Yes, let's do that. Mm-hmm.
It definitely looks like a fun gun to shoot. It'll be a first for me. It has the essence of a gun that is in my wish list of guns, which is the 30-30 lever action. This is right there. But it's the handgun version, which is kind of unique twist to it. And this will be fun.
At Rugged Tactical, we prioritize the acceptance, recognition, and implementation of safe gun handling techniques. Here is a 1-minute safety briefing. We strongly advocate for everyone to adhere to these principles. When not in use or during filming, ensure that the firearm is both unloaded and cleared. Regardless of its unloaded status, handle each firearm with the utmost caution and assume it is loaded at all times. Always keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction to prevent any accidental discharges from causing harm. Maintain a firm and proper grip on the firearm and refrain from placing your finger on the trigger until you are ready to shoot. Be conscious of your surroundings and identify your target along with what lies beyond it. Bullets can penetrate walls and objects, emphasizing the need for situational awareness. Wear appropriate eye and ear protection to safeguard yourself during firearm use. Never use alcohol, over-the-counter drugs, or prescription medications before or during shooting activities. Store firearms in a manner that restricts access to unauthorized individuals. If facing emotional or mental struggles, have a person you trust store your firearms. For those new to firearms, we recommend taking a safety course to acquire fundamental knowledge and build confidence. At Rugged Tactical, safety is paramount, and we encourage responsible firearm practices to ensure a secure and enjoyable experience for all.
Hey, so here we are on a blistery, windy day, but at least the sun is shining, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we got Matt here with his 357 handgun, and we got some targets set out there, so we'll go ahead and see if we can hit anything, right? Let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're rolling now.
Here we go. See if I can hit something. High. Well, I'm accurate. Wait, shoot way in front of it.
Oh, there you go.
See if we can get it again. Yep, that's it.
What?
Oh, I might have just scared it. No, I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad I hit one. So you gotta aim like a foot low, okay?
A foot low? Okay.
At
Sounds
least
good.
that close. You can see if you can hit some ones that are farther away. Oh yeah, gotta have it closed. One, two.
So how many fit per thing?
6.
6?
I think that's what we counted, right? All right, Colby, we're rolling. The wind is wreaking havoc, but let's see if you can hit that guy.
So here we got Matt's 357 Rossi Taurus made in Brazil ranch hand. See how we can do with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and try the first one there. So
Safety's on top.
safety's on top here, okay? You got the safety there. It's cocked, it's not loaded, so I gotta shell one in. So here we go.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Then switch to fire and you're good to go.
Okay. Now my initial feeling was I wanted to go like this,
Yep.
and then I'm holding it out here, so I'm a little bit at an impasse, not quite sure what to do. But I'll get it figured out after that 5th shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, and I don't know what the recoil is going to be like.
It's pretty. It's
so
pretty
I'm gonna
minimal.
hold it I'm going to kind of grip it here as a handgun and just hold it out like that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that feels good like that. Definitely not in here. That's too close. Oh. Misfire. Ah, I have the safety on. Maybe. Yeah, I do.
Yep.
So,
Awesome.
so the safety's on, so that's interesting. So I'll cock it back again. Now I'll take it off safety. It's ready to fire now. So that's a good learning experience for me. When you are handling a gun, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on safety for a second. When you're handling a gun, you're gonna have those things where you're not familiar with it, right? There's always caveats to a gun that you have to learn. That was one of these caveats, right? I had it on safety, it actually pulled the trigger, and so now I know that I gotta take it off safety and that it should fire now. So let's go ahead and fire it this time. Okay, it is high, like you said. So out of curiosity, looks like this slides back and forth. Have you messed with
I
it
haven't
at all?
messed with it at all.
If I lower it, let's see. Let me think for a second.
Well, the other day we were at the range with a gun that had open sights. Now the front sight was fixed and the rear sight was adjustable. And the gun was shooting high, and so I figured I'd do a quick tutorial on how to adjust the back sights. Now you adjust the back sight the direction that you want to hit, meaning if the gun is hitting high and you want to hit lower, then you would actually lower the back sight. If the gun is hitting low and you want to hit higher, then you would raise the back sight. Same with right to left. If the gun is hitting left and you want it to hit right, then you adjust the rear sight to the right. If it's hitting right and you want to hit further left, then you adjust the sight to the left. Now the front sight is different. It's actually opposite of the back sight. If you want to hit higher, then you'll actually need to change the sight out for one that is shorter or closer to the barrel. If you want to shoot lower, then you'll actually need a taller sight.
It needs to slide just a little bit more forward, I think.
Cool.
Here, let me give it a shot and see
See how
where
it
I'm
is.
at.
Okay.
Let's see, how many shots have I done? 3?
Yeah, I think 3.
Says we're going the wrong way. Oh, he's drunk. How would he know where we're going? Yeah, how would he know? Thank you. Thanks a lot. Terrific. Thank you.
Where did that one go?
It was high.
High? Step this way. That was way high. Way even higher, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we did go the wrong way.
Yeah, I think we gotta go this way.
All right. Let's give it a whirl.
Because if we lower it,
Oh, yeah. Maybe it'll drop it.
yeah, I think so.
We might want to cut this part out.
Yeah. I want to take it all the way down. Let's see what that does. Let's
Okay.
take it all the way down. One of the caveats, in order to load it, it has to be closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Closed there. Here's the bullet. 38 special.
That's 38 special, yeah.
And so we bring it in like this. It just slides in, right?
Yep.
Okay. You just slide in like that. Okay, let's go take a look. I'm curious as to what the sight did.
Yeah.
That feels nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that action, right?
Yeah.
Safety again. Learning the nuances of a gun. I think it was closer.
Yeah. That was an awesome shot, Kobe.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
That's a little bit easier, isn't it, to let it kind of set there, then you push it down with the other one.
All right, so where'd you aim?
So honestly, I aimed at the bottom of it,
Okay.
and then I actually took a whole nother can's length lower.
Okay.
And so I wasn't even aiming on it, I was like all the way down.
I think we got enough rounds probably for 6, whoever gets the most cans.
Okay, so the most cans out of 6.
Yeah.
Okay, out of 6 shots. Okay, let's do it. That sounds good. So the punishment is loser has to clean up. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm going first? Okay.
Hands to warm up.
Oh, okay, sounds good. All the way open. Right?
Gotta have it closed.
Closed, that's right. I forgot. Best out of 6. Hopefully I get at least 1 can. We'll see, and then probably have a shoot off from there if neither of us hit a can.
Yeah.
So 6 shots. 1.
Nice. Nice. I'm so dead.
Okay, so 3 out of 6.
Nice.
I'm holding like a good solid can and a half, maybe 2 cans low,
Okay.
because it's shooting high. In order to compensate for it, I literally am picking a spot on the ground about 2 cans low, and then I'm just aiming at that spot. 3 cans, I actually feel pretty good about that. I think that's pretty good. Okay, Matt, so I got 3 out of 6 cans. How you feeling right now?
A little nervous, but we'll see how I can do.
Okay, well, good luck to you.
Thanks, Kobe.
Ooh, that was close. Actually, a little bit low. Oh, there's 1. Oh, there's 2. 3. Hold on for a sec. Okay, so it's 3 out of 3. You got 2 shots left, right? 4, 5, 6. You got 2 shots left. So you tied me. 1 more, and I get to take the walk of shame.
Yeah, I see what you're doing, Kobe.
Okay.
You're interrupting my flow. So
Yeah,
now
oh, you were on, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, there it is. That's the winner. Nice shooting.
Yeah. So we both win today because we gotta shoot guns, Kobe.
Absolutely. Amen to that.
Nice.
Alrighty. Woo! Nice shot. One of the biggest things when I go out and shoot on location or whatever, like we're kind of out in the wilderness. So my dad taught me when you're cooking, the most important part of the job is cleaning up your mess when you're done. And so I feel like part of responsible gun ownership is exactly that. It's easy to let a bunch of shells fly and targets and debris and cans and all kinds of stuff that you use to shoot, right? To have fun. And so a huge part of it is exactly that, cleaning up your mess when you're done. And so you can see here, I mean, there's shells, kind of, you know, shotgun shells all around. There's beer cans and there's all kinds of stuff around. So I'm gonna take this little tote here, I think, and it's really easy for me to just go pick up some of the trash and to throw it away when I get home. It just goes in the tote. I can wash the tote out if the tote gets dirty. But as far as responsible gun ownership, that's a huge part as well. Clean up your mess, and then that way, when people come out and they experience it with you, they're not seeing all the litter, they're seeing all the trash stuff. If you respect the land and the beauty of the land, it goes a long way as far as protecting the hobby and making sure that our future generations can also participate in what it is to be able to truly enjoy shooting guns. So a couple minutes, it doesn't take long, you know, and I've got a pretty good bin there of stuff to throw away. I love this country, and part of responsibility and stewardship is cleaning up your mess when you're done. You leave it better than you found it, and I think today, hopefully we're leaving it a little bit better than what we found it. Doing my due diligence and ensuring that the hobby can continue and move forward for our future generations. Thanks, Matt, for sharing this gun with me. Remember to like and subscribe. Be sure to pull the trigger on that bell icon for future notifications. As the dust settles on another rugged tactical adventure, always reload your curiosity, keep the fires burning, and we'll catch you in the next round. After the 50th video, I'll have all this down. Repetition.
Yeah.
I can't remember it. I have the safety on, maybe. Safety. Oh. Safety again.